guys, I'm Tesha McKinney, and this is my co-host, Mychal Skipper, and we are
It's Poppin.
So, everyone is familiar with reality shows. You either love them or you hate them. But me personally, I find them as a guilty pleasure. I love to watch them. How about you?
Me too. I love being able to creep on people from the privacy of my own home.
Yes.
We're going to take you through our choices of top 10 reality shows. We'll start off with a brief synopsis of each show and then give it a rating through our corn rating system.
Yes.
We comprised our list by using a 3-corn scale. 1 cob is salty.
Yes.
2 cobs is sweet and salty.
Yes.
3 cobs is butterlicious, and the top prize is a butter explosion. Tesha, I'll get our countdown started.
Okay.
With our number 10 show.
All right.
Number 10 is Love is Blind. This is a Netflix reality show, and it follows a group of singles dating each other through pods. They never see each other's faces, and they cultivate a connection solely what's based upon what they exchange between the walls. I think this show is tragically flawed, and I don't believe Love is Blind. Therefore, I have given it a salty rating.
Yes. Now, next coming up is Snack versus Ship. This is a show where you have competitors who have to recreate a snack, a well-known snack such as Doritos, Oreos, of that nature. And they're going for the grand prize of $50K. This was a fun watch. I can honestly say I've never seen a show like this before. I've seen better, but it wasn't bad to watch. It's a good show to enjoy with your family. And I give this a rating of salty.
All right. Well, that takes us into number 8, which is another Netflix reality show called The Trust. This show is about a group of people competing to earn a portion of the trust. Now, initially, they start off by working together, but a twist is introduced that they can secretly vote others out to take their part of the trust and add it to their personal portion. I like this show, and I like the honest and dishonest discourse when you are fighting for money. And it is true competition reality style to the T. And my rating for this is sweet and salty.
All right. All righty. Next up is 90 Day Fiancé. This is a show that focuses on a partner who has a partner overseas, and it follows their day-to-day life, their trials and the tribulations, and they have 90 days to determine if they will be a match for marriage. So I would give this a rating of sweet and salty. And the reason I do that is because, honestly, I feel like you need more than 90 days to determine if that's the person for you. You need more time. It's kind of hard to determine that in 90 days because sometimes the true character does not come out until after 90 days. That's why when they see these updates on these shows, they're usually not together any longer. But it was a fun show to watch. It was good. I enjoyed it.
90 days is short and kind of scary, honestly.
Yes, I wouldn't do it personally myself. They brave. Wouldn't be me.
So that takes us into number 6, which is the king of all reality shows, if you're asking me. It is one of the original reality shows, and that is Survivor. Survivor is basically about a group of 18 people that are marooned on a desert island, a tropical island. They're not eating, they're not sleeping well, they don't have ample shelter. barely any water. And I think that Survivor's been able to stand the test of time because no matter the players, it's always the same game. They vote a player out every week, and who ends up standing as the sole survivor at the end wins $1 million. But I really enjoy being able to see people from all different walks of life just try to cohabitate for the ultimate goal of being the sole survivor. Because this is my favorite show, I am a bit biased, so I will give this show a rating of Butterlicious.
Oh, Butterlicious. That's a good rating.
Tesha, we're halfway there.
Wow, already?
Yeah, we are.
Oh my goodness.
Our number 5 choice is The Real Housewives of New Jersey. In 2008, Bravo wanted to capitalize on the success of The Sopranos. And it followed around a group of 5 New Jersey housewives, and this show immediately gained traction. The strong personalities, the strong Italian family dynamics, and just the colorful personality, I guess you would say, of what comes with being from Jersey, and then just America's fascination of that. It is incredible. These ladies bring shock value. They live on it. They eat it, drink it, sleep it. It's wonderful. And I rate this sweet and salty because they are definitely salty, but they look sweet while they're doing it.
Wonderful. Now, this one is a personal favorite of mine as well. And it's called Bling Empire. I really enjoyed the show a lot. It focuses on wealthy Asian in the community. You know, we don't get to see enough of that as well. And they go through their ups and their downs, their heartbreaks, their scandals, like any other community. And they don't hold back. But what I really loved about this show is the fact that they embrace both the old world culture and the new world. They were not ashamed to admit it. So I really love that about that show. That's why I give this a rating of Butterlicious.
All right. And rounding us off at number 3 is Family Karma. Another show about family, but this time it is Indian American families from Florida. Pretty affluent, very tight knit, and I really just enjoyed being able to get a bird's eye view of Indian culture. I don't feel like in America it's really a popular premise to showcase Indian Americans, and so I really enjoyed being able to get the ins and outs of what it is like to grow up Indian in America. A lot are first generations or immigrants themselves, and I just really thought that it was cool to be able to just learn something new, which also brings a new level of like empathy and compassion, and you know, being able to further sharpen my global citizenship. So I rate this show sweet and salty because family truly is number 1 in this.
Yes, it is. I agree. Next up is another show that I love, The Circle. This is a show where there are contestants who are situated in separate apartments. They never see each other face to face. Their only line of communication is through the internet. They communicate, you know, via messaging, and they either choose to go as themselves in the profile, or they may choose a catfish profile. Yes. And so this is a show that, of course, you have your scandal, you have your mistrust, you have love interest. Yes, I was surprised to see that. I don't know how that's possible on computer screens, but hey, I digress. And they have where they vote the profiles, and who has the highest rating, that is the one who's selected as the influencer, the top influencer. So they have the option, or the power, I should say, of making a determination of who they're going to eliminate. And once that person is eliminated, they're blocked. They have no more means of communication, and they make a video where they introduce themselves. It was one interesting episode I saw. They had an AI posing. Yes, an AI was actually doing a catfish.
Wow.
Yeah, his profile was a guy with a dog, because that's always popular on social media. People got pets, they instant popularity. And of course, no one guessed it.
Sorry.
Oh, of course, no one guessed it. And they compete for the grand prize for $100,000. And it's very fun show to watch. I enjoyed it because it reminded me of the show Catfish, and it kind of reminded me of Love is Blind, but no, except they don't have any love as the goal. But it was very fun. So I give this a rating of Butterlicious. Now, number one spot. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's Unlocked. This is a new show. It's basically where the whole premise of this show is an experiment that the sheriff has decided to try out on his inmates. They're in an Arkansas prison. And usually, as you know, all prisons and jails, they're locked up in their cells. So he came up with this idea to have all the inmates come out their cells and interact with each other throughout the day. They have phone privileges, and as with anything, there's always this pecking order problem. They had the older inmates and the younger inmates kind of going back to back because the younger inmates felt like they were being treated as inferior because of their age. And then you had your instances where there were fights, of course, and doing illegal practices like contraband and making illegal alcohol, pruno as it's known. But in the end, they all proved they could cohabit together, and he decided to go ahead with the experiment. And he had said at the end of the show that he's going to try it with other, parts of the prison. The other, I don't know, the departments, I'll call it that. So I give this one a popcorn explosion, because I really love this show, and I hope they come out with a second season for this show.
Agreed. I like the humanity that it brought to incarcerated individuals. That's much needed in this day and age.
Yes, I agree with that.
Well, in the spirit of reality TV shows, we want to overconsume a bit. Mm-hmm. So we also created an honorable mentions list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little extra for you.
Yes.
The first show we want to talk about is The First 48.
Mm-hmm.
This show is centered around a murder investigation and how it is critical to solve it within the first 48 hours, or to at least generate leads within the first 48 hours. That is how the detectives are able to bring the killers to justice. I really enjoy this show because I like being able to get the bird's eye view of the criminal justice system and also learn about the pathology of criminals.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that. It's very good show to watch. Keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Totally.
Next one up is Hell's Kitchen. This is a great show. They have chefs in competition with each other, and they're working on the direction of Chef Ramsay. And if you watch any of his shows in the past, you know he's very critical and he's very brutal with his criticisms. There's been times when he would throw the entire dish in the garbage. And they have to cook for patrons in a restaurant. And they're going for the grand prize of $250,000 and position as an executive chef. I really enjoyed this show a lot. It's been on for a very long time, and I think it's worth watching. Everybody should check it out.
Agreed. To be able to be creative under the tough direction of Gordon Ramsay is really a skill, and I really enjoy seeing them flourish.
Yes.
And our final honorable mention show is Say Yes to the Dress. Now, this is a general feel-good show. You're not going to get any drama. You're not going to get any discourse. You're not going to get any hateration or holleration. It is straight love. It showcases the Kleinfeld bridal store that is very popular in New York City. And you're going to learn about the bride, learn about her journey to becoming a fiance. You get a brief background of her support system that came to support her in finding her dress, but you also get a behind the scenes of what it's like working at a bridal store. I really enjoy it because ultimately it gives you a front row seat to, you know, the ultimate expression of love, and that is marriage. I really love this show, and I really love that, you know, that there's no drama or no bad feelings that are in there for you.
That's true.
Yeah. So that concludes It's Poppin'. We hope that our picks inspired you to grab your favorite snack and drift off into TV land.
Thank you guys for joining us today, and we hope that you check out some of our shows, and you have a very, very lovely day.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's
nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
You get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you know, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it, so.
Joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
Stand by, we're going to go to cut one. And cut one. Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for three. It is good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock. Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots.
The sky's the limit, really, with what we can do here.